Welcome to Martini Chats,
the Christmas edition
with Jordan
and Gates.
So as the year comes to a close, sometimes we like to recap what we've seen happen in the industry for the year, and then also make some projections on what we're seeing next year. But truthfully, we're seeing a lot of the same trends. So if you wanted to learn about all those things, you can watch a few of our last Martini Chats. So today we want to take a little turn and learn about something that's really important this time of year. We do have a little bit of good news coming. I think we're starting to see the market loosen a little bit. We've got some more carriers playing in the market. I think we've seen enough rate for a little bit. So I don't know if we have good news, but we have better news coming, hopefully in 2026.
Hoping for more stability.
Lots of stability. So I'm going to turn it over to Gates to talk about very important coverage for jewelry this time of year.
Yes, I hope that you're all getting jewelry, if that is on your Christmas list, or any other type of item like guns or artwork. We're talking about those things today because it's very important to understand the limitations in your homeowner's policy surrounding special items is typically what they're referred to as. If you were, for simple math, if you had $1 million home and you had $500,000 in contents and you look at the policy, under the contents, it's going to tell you that you have a cap on the amount of coverage that you have for lost, stolen, or misplaced items. So jewelry, for instance, most HO3 unendorsed normal homeowners policies will say that you have $1,500 for the item. With most of the carriers that we work with, we see closer to a $5,000 limit, which gives you a little bit of cushion. But anytime you have that type of claim for lost, stolen, or misplaced items, you're going to have to pay your policy's deductible, which could be anywhere from $1,000 to $25,000. And then you can get the claim filed and paid for that capped limit. So in a really bad situation, you're paying like a $5,000 deductible and getting a check for $1,500, which is probably not going to replace a $10,000. Yeah, it's going to hurt your feelings. It's a great way to put it. So there, other than the penalty side, there are other good reasons to schedule the coverage. And when you schedule an item, it's just better, more robust coverage. It gives you worldwide coverage. It gives you, like, if you lost one diamond earring and you need to replace the other one, there's sometimes different language around pairs and sets. With some of our high net worth carriers like Chubb and Pure, you see better language around what your options are. So if you had like your grandmother's antique engagement ring and you're like, this is one of a kind, I really can't replace it. Some of those carriers are going to say things like, okay, you have the option to replace it or keep the cash for it. So we just like to have as much flexibility around this coverage as possible. So
it's important to know what you have and what you don't have coverage-wise.
Sure. That's one of the main things we talk about people up front. We like to say, you know what, if you don't have this schedule, just know that, and this is how it works. And it's usually not very expensive. Jewelry is the most expensive to schedule, but it's still a decimal point compared to your homeowner's premium. So not a bad idea to do it.
Yes. So when you go in the jewelry store this season, you think of your loved one, and then you think of
us, please.
So, that's great topic we wanted to highlight just because we thought it was relevant to the season. So, speaking of that, we just want to say cheers and happy holidays, safe holidays. And we just want to say thank you for choosing Ross & Yerger for your insurance.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.